The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, as we get set for Game 4 this time frame matchup between the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens and the 2011-2012 Winnipeg Jets. As you guys can tell by the time frame score, the Habs are leading this time frame matchup by winning 2-1. The Habs posted yet another shutout. This time it was from Ken Dryden. This time it was a 4-0 shutout. And the Jets have yet to score a goal on the road, but they have scored at home. But let's see if that home goal scoring streak will continue in this time frame, in Game 4 of this time frame matchup. Hopefully, I will make sure to get the adjustments correctly this time around, as I noticed in Game 2 of this time frame matchup, I used the actual play save star from Ken Dryden and not the adjusted play save star, which was supposed to be a 5 or a 6 with a dot to make the play save. Hopefully, I will correct myself this time around. And without further ado, let's get ready to Game 4, shall we? Your starting netminders are going to be Chris Mason for the Jets, and opposing him at the other end of the ice is Michel Larocque for the Habs. Without further delay, let's get right into Game 4. Will the clock operator please start the clock? Oh, and we're going to begin with triple threes. This is going to be a critical face-off, and it looks like, we have a tie between Slater and Riesborough. Yes. So in this case, if there's a tie for the best face-off rating, the home team automatically wins. So Jim Slater will win the critical face-off battle against Doug Riesborough. So he's going to be moving in on Michel Larocque to hopefully net a 5 or a 6 with a dot to make the stop. A 6 with a blank won't do so, as the Jets will score. I should say 1-0 Jets, not 1-0 Montreal. As the Winnipeg Jets, there we go, jump out to a 1-0 lead, and let's see who assisted Mr. Slater on the 1-0 goal. We got two assists coming on the play. How about Enstrom and Wellwood assisting Jim Slater on the ice-breaking goal here for Game 4 of this time frame matchup. And the Winnipeg Jets keep scoring here at home in this time frame matchup. We stay put in this 5-minute segment with a penalty check between both players in 2. It looks like it's Wheeler and Tremblay. Looks like Mario Tremblay is going to go to the box, as Blake Wheeler will skate on into Michel Larocque to hopefully net a 5 or a 6 with a dot to make the stop. And he will do so to keep this game at 1-0. And we will move on to the next segment. Quality check between players 4 and 3. That is Oduya, and that is going to be Riesborough. So it looks like the quality we're looking for is star. Neither player has star between Oduya and Riesborough, so that will be it for that segment. And we will move on to the next one. Quality check between both players in 3. That is going to be Little against Mahavlich. The quality we're looking for is hit. Neither Little or Mahavlich has hit. And that's going to do it for that segment. And we will move on to the next one. Quality check, again, this time it'll be between players 5 and 4. That's Bufflin and Lapointe. The quality we're looking for is power. Both Bufflin and Lapointe have power. And that is going to be it for this first period here in Winnipeg. Your score after 20 minutes of play is Winnipeg 1, Montreal 0. Quality check to begin the second period between players 3 and 4. That's Stapleton and Nyrop. The quality we're looking for is speed. Both Stapleton and Nairop both have speed, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Visitor scoring chance of a 65. Visitor defense stop breakaway chance. Home goalie must make spec save. Chris Mason is not well enough to do this one. He needs to roll exactly a 1 in order to make the spec save. He won't. The game is tied up at 1. Let's see who scored the goal. 10, second best shot rating. So the best out there is Guy Lafleur. The second best is going to go to Jacques Lemaire. So Jacques Lemaire will score the goal. 1 assist will be handed out on the play. How about it, Guy Lafleur? So Guy Lafleur will assist Jacques Lemaire on the breakaway tally to knock this game up at 1 apiece. And we will move on to the next portion of this segment. Quality check between players 4 and 1. That's Bogosian and Wilson. The quality we're looking for is star. Neither Wilson or Bogosian have star, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Oh, and it's 555, so this is going to be a fight plus momentum shot. This time we are going to have takers here as we are going to have, yes, we're going to go with the highest fight ratings here. So it'll be Riesborough and Chris Thorburn as both of them drop the gloves and the bell sounds and the refs are going to let them go at it. Here we go. Are you kidding me? The fans boo here at the stadium with, oh man, the referee breaks up the fight, so therefore it's a 0-0 tie. That means we're going to have a no action result for this fight, as it was a roughing matchup, and we will move on to the next segment. It ends in a tie, so what else am I going to say? Penalty check between anybody on the ice for the Jets, and it'll be against player number 1. That's Yvonne Lambert. The only way to do this is we're going to have to tie, or the Jets are going to go on the power play. We tie. And the Jets are going to go on the power play. So it looks like Lambert's going to go to the box as Kyle Wellwood will be the guy to take the power play shot. As he skates on into Michel Larocque to hopefully net a 4 or 5 with a dot to make the stop. And he will do so to keep this game right where it's at of 1-0. Excuse me, at a tie of each at 1 goal apiece. As we move on after 40 minutes of play in the books, we go by that score of 1-1 to the third period. Quality check to begin the third period between players 4 and 5. That is Oduya and Van Boxmeer. The quality we're looking for is skill. It looks like Johnny Oduya will net this win for the Jets as he moves in on Michel Larocque to hopefully net a 5 or a 6 with a dot to make the stop. A 5 will do so, and that is it for this segment, and we will move on to the next one. Visitor scoring chance of a 55. It reads home player in 5. That's Tobias Enstrom. He stops a Montreal goal opportunity with a quality roll of smart or a square. He does have smart, but let's see if he does have a square. He doesn't, although he does not have that square on him. He will have smart well enough to stop the Montreal goal effort to keep this game right where it's at of a tie game at 1 goal apiece. We got ourselves a quality check between players 3 and 2. That's Jim Slater and Jimmy Roberts. The quality we're looking for is star. Neither Slater or Roberts have star, and we are going to go to the next segment here. We got ourselves a visitor scoring chance of a 44. Any visitor player with a triangle creates a goal. Yes, we do. Mahavlich and Guy Lapointe. I think I'm going to give that to Mahavlich. So Mahavlich is going to move in on Chris Mason to hopefully net a 3 or 4 with a dot to make the stop. And he will do so, and we are going to go to sudden death overtime. So without further, excuse me, how overtime works. If you are tuning into this, project for the first time, we will play out a new game with the 4 segments of 5 minutes each, and the first team to score a goal wins. We'll keep playing until a team scores a goal. So kind of like you see in regular, so kind of like what you see in IRL hockey for the Stanley Cup playoffs. With that being said, let's get right into it with the first overtime period. Visitor scoring chance of 56. It reads, any home player with a square any home player with a square stops a visitor goal. Oh man, the game is over. Stop the clock. The game is over. 2-1 is the score. We don't have a square out there for the Jets. And let's see who scored it. 4, third best shot rating. So the best out there is Lemaire. The second best is a tie between a three-way tie, excuse me. Gainey, Tremblay, and Lapointe. And the third best is going to immediately go to Pierre Bouchard. So Pierre Bouchard will score the game winner in the first overtime period. And 2 assists will be handed out on the play. How about it? Lapointe and Lemaire will assist Pierre Bouchard on the game winner here in the first overtime period. Hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know what else to tell you. But with that in mind, the Habs will take a 3-1 time frame lead as they win Game 4 by a final score of 2-1. If you enjoy what you saw in Game 4, a like is very much appreciated. And a comment down below will be is optional but not mandatory. But please, if you do leave a comment or a question, please stay on topic. But please, no derogatory language. If you are tuning into this game on the full time frame playlist, do not go anywhere because Game 5 will be coming up very shortly after we take a look at the Biddy Beer game summary presented by your favorite Biddy Beer products. And if you are tuning into this game on the single game playlist, stay tuned in a few minutes for Game 5, stay tuned for a little while to my channel so that way you don't miss, make sure you turn on that notifications bell and make sure you don't miss out on Game 5 to pop up very soon here on my channel. But if you're watching this in the near future, you're going to enjoy Game 5 right away. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning into Game 4. Once again, the final score here for Game 4. The Habs take a 3-1 time frame lead over the 2011-2012 Winnipeg Jets, winning Game 4 by a final score of 2-1 in the first overtime period.